You're a fucking asshole, bro. I'm on AG. Damn, that shit hurt. Come on, stupid. I hate when you do that. Damn. Fucking finger fuck. I'm on Instagram. I fucked my shit. Bleeding. Bleeding I am. Stupid. This motherfucker. I can't even believe my shit is doing this right now. Come on in, come on in. Because a conversation about what we're about to talk about is destined to happen. Especially with what's been going on in this new year. Like, come on in, please. I implore you. Come on in. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shit. fucking weird. Dude, what are you doing?
Next episode in 15, button 2 of 2. Season 10, episode 22, viewer now number 2.
Come on, stop being stupid.
Button. Loading. Family Guy. Season 11, episode 1 into fat hair. 21 minutes, 37 seconds remaining.
That's so goofy. I was just about to look for you, cause I was like trying to get you in here, but it was like acting like it didn't want to show up. Hey yo. That's wow, crazy.
Rulia underscore the real chick. Sent the request. Rulia underscore the real chick started. Rulia underscore the real chick. You have to accept. Rulia underscore the real chick started following you. Rulia. Add realm. More. Live. Invite. Rulia
I just accepted. It's
Add
weird,
realm.
but it didn't let me.
Live room.
But I'm about to go in there.
Request to join. When someone joins. Profile. Accept.
There we
Pop-up window. The loop with Instagram. You.
Being
Button.
weird.
And list. Double tap to activate. Rulia. You. Rulia underscore the real chick. Sent the Rulia underscore the real chick.
Damn it. I'm on.
Yes, indeed. There she is. There she is.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? I can't even get on.
Yo, they trying to treat you like you wouldn't, or tell you if that Illuminati. They trying to.
I know. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Listen. So thinking about that, right? And the whole situation, like as far as like this conversation that we're about to jump into, like this is something that I feel like we really need to be a little more vigilant as far as like people who are in the industry, like looking into like entertainment and music, anything that has a celebrity star cast to it. You really need to start paying attention to these behind the scenes conversations that are taking place, like because there's some weird ass shit going on in the industry and nobody's really talking about it out loud. And now what we're starting to see is some of the people in the celebrity world are actually starting to bring out some of these conversations. So what you notice, for example, one of the biggest things that came into view, so like one of the biggest things that came into the world, biggest things that came into the world just recently is the conversation that we were talking about where Shannon Sharp in that conversation, there was so many things that was brought up in the conversation. How do you unfold it? How do you unfold it? Where is it? It is just stuff to try to get people to really like connect this, or is this really something that people are like, you know what I mean? Is this something real? And how, you know what I mean? Is this something real? And how do we understanding of that, right? The understanding of that, right?
Exactly. Now shout out to Katt Williams if he ever does see us out there because he's my dog. But he put out a lot of things in these here.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
He said some stuff in that interview with Shannon Sharp that don't really they haven't really been paying attention that like for example when he brought up the conversation about how he said that Epstein, we know the whole Epstein situation, right? He said the first time that Epstein came to Epstein had invited not him to pay, but a sexual favor in his house.
Exactly.
Right?
I don't know. I heard about that one too.
There were three other people that he invited, three other black people that he invited to this same meeting. They all, you know what I mean? They all talked to him separately. Now, you add that into
Bro, something happened to the visual. Something happened to the visual. I can hear you, but I can't see you. And I can't see myself either.
I'm getting an echo too.
Yeah, something's going on with this whole live right now. I don't know what happened there. Where they were like, okay, they're there. No, they're not. I don't know what happened there. It's like, it's not my camera. That's what I'm looking to see. Is it my camera? I know I see. It's like really, the whole show is just black. And you just hear us. Do you have like the, I don't know how this could happen. It's crazy the minute you start talking about this shit that all of a sudden, let's start it over, bro. Start it over, bro. I don't know what happened.
Get to telling these kinds of truth bombs and dropping real like this on live stream. That's when they come from. That's when they come from. That's when they start messing up. That's when they start messing up the algorithm.
If this is not the truth right here, this is not the truth right here because I'm literally looking at a black screen that says add a comment to it, and I don't see you. I don't see myself either. I don't know if the viewers can see us. I see there's one viewer. I can't tell who it is, or is it just Instagram having a glitch? I'm not too sure. That is wild, bro. Oh my God. But yeah, there's a.
And that's where we're at with this whole thing. Like, think about the fact. Every person that was named in that situation, very distinct situations that explain how these people were even able to make the stats that they had. So think about it in a sense of when he brought up Ludacris.
Oh, I can see myself again. All right, I can't see you, but I can see myself. So something's going back where they're actually giving us vision again. I don't know.
After a while, they don't have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So he brought in Ludacris into the conversation. He said that Illuminati had invited them both to a meeting. This was when these two artists.
You know what? Hit your camera button. Maybe it's your camera button that's off.
That's what I was thinking. I hit the button to turn it back on and off. Because for some reason it's saying that it's off.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the PZ Show. This is Relia on with PZ J Guns. We are trying to have some kind of conversation here about a lot of things that's been going on. But unfortunately, somebody's messing with our visual right now. Something going on. Yeah, something's going on with the visual. That is weird, bro. That is so weird.
They don't want us to have that effect that people know that we'll have on these conversations and this type of impact in the situation. Because especially knowing that there is things in this world, like secret societies, like a bunch of people who are associated with these societies, and they all have a stake in the high risk profiling that they get, down to the fact that some of these people made out like fat rats over doing shit that was completely embarrassing to their moral code. Like, for example, there's a photo going around of Tyrese wearing a red dress.
What?
Yes.
Tyrese never wore a dress in a movie or nothing, did he?
No, but he was.
No, I mean there is a photo of Tyrese in like a Muslim misogyn, like a Muslim. I did see him go to a party recently with his wife, girlfriend, or whatever, and he had like this Muslim get up because he was in Dubai. I guess it was a birthday party that he had. So I hope that they're not trying to play that out like a dress, because that's not a dress. There's a lot of men that wear those.
Right. So that's the thing. There was that part of it. There is a bunch of other like things that he pointed out. Like the fact that Cedric getting his stealing comedy from Katt, Steve Harvey. Also being accused of stealing comedy from people like Mark Curry, aka Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I mean, I gotta give it to Katt though, because Katt really is at a point in his stance where he's letting this information out. You know what I'm saying? I always he's letting it out. Like, he went from being funny to just being like, let's just be real about it, which is scary, because whenever you see that and they do that inside of, celebrity world, they, eventually something bad happens. So God bless Katt for letting everybody, understand his opinions, and he's very opinionated to let the information out, yeah.
They chose literally taking the hugest risk at this point, because they have gone away with him. If you look at the fact that Dave Chappelle was doing a movie that he had gotten set up to where they were trying to put him in the role. How about the movie directors and producers of this movie tried to pitch him in a question wear a dress? What is the significance with making prominent celebrities wear a dress as a role in a show or whatever? Even if it's, think about it. They put Kevin Hart in a dress.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I just saw Ice Cube recently just put out a message about the whole thing with Friday and the message that happened, during that podcast that he did recently. What's up, Equal Rights? We see you, LLC, and we see you, Peaceful _926. Nice to see you guys joining us. For some reason, Peasy is having a problem with being able to be visualized right now. We're trying to figure it out. I'm the blind one. But see, we still want to see your face. I don't know what's going on there. You're having a little bit of a difficulty getting in right now. But I think that it really is something that there's a lot of subliminal things that happen inside of everything around us that we all just need to pay attention to. You know what I mean? As we come towards the closing days. Yeah, he tried something there. Poor Peasy. Bro, try to hit the camera button. The camera button should be the one to the left on the screen. Maybe one of the... I don't mess up your freaking... If you mute yourself, I'll let you know. Yeah. But they're in the middle of the screen, a little bit to the left, I would say, at the bottom of the center, because it's like my picture on the bottom, your picture on the top, and there's a line in between us both. And right above my head, you would be able to do it. And you're on the top portion of my screen. I don't know if you're the bottom over there, which is like, I don't know which way we're going here. But you were on for a little while earlier. I don't know what
That's
happened.
what I'm saying. Like it does that. It does that. This is the type of thing that my tablet and devices does that. It's been doing that to me for a while. Like sis, you gotta understand. It's been doing that to me for a while. It's times I'll be live. Streaming live, doing my thing. And next thing you know, people be like, yo, I can't see you.
But you know, that's what.
And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
So yeah, I'm so excited about the new mix that we actually created and it's coming out. That mix is gonna be incredible, bro.
That's gonna be a hell of a mix.
Yeah.
It's got
The production's within it, and we're going strong on that.
Yeah, definitely. It's got a lot of key players in it, and everybody's gonna be in there playing their part. They're ready to run with it.
I mean, the best part about that whole project that we're creating, right? This like mega collaboration cipher. The best thing about it is like, okay, For Real Beats is one of the production teams that created the original instrumental, and then after that, we have Spitfire Assassin, which is King Dab's Loud Pack Mob owner of Loud Pack Gaming or whatever. He does so many different things. He's got like 20-something thousand of following or whatever. He actually put his own production in there for us, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, okay, what can we do with this? So when they hear your part and you go to separate the yin and the yang in that song, that's going to be incredible. We're going to probably have to promote that one really big. And it's crazy when you think about all the things that you were talking about. You notice that once you started talking about celebrities and you started talking about, everything with Katt Williams speaking up about things that were happening that we didn't really know because he's in a different world from us. They have another place. That your visual just went bad.
And believe it or not, it's only when I get in here and start talking stuff about these conversations in particular. Because the last time I had a conversation like this was exactly what happened before. So it's not something new. I'm to the point.
Wow, it happened before?
Trust me. This was a situation that has happened in many of videos that I've had conversations where Illuminati might have been brought up, or even just the fact that there is underhanded, undermined, devious, like devilish things going on in the celebrity world that we don't know about. But all these rumors are coming over stuff from just people that were there, had a chance to touch it, got close enough to see it, and they just aren't on the level of credibility we should be able to without having to go through all the evidential things that they need to play in order for us to even believe their word. Like for example, when we hear the story about how Birdman might have had sex with people like and artists like
Listen. I have watched. Okay, with that one, I don't know because I have watched several videos about these celebrity sex parties that to get initiated into celebridom, you have to go to these weird mansion sex parties. I watched different videos of people that actually came out and said that they were true and it wasn't just accusations, that they actually do have those parties. People said that they seen artists and other actors actually interacting with each other and stuff like that. But it's like, okay, if you see one video, all right, bullshit, right? But you're like seeing hundreds and hundreds of videos of some artists that have been blackballed. That really their music is not being played like that. So, but we know who they are. But it's like, what? Like, is that real? Like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of make you think, like, what are we missing here? What are we missing? It might be something real. It might be something crazy, bro.
Because it's so many artists. Like when you look at the fact that after people like even when you look at the fact that okay, fucking the one person that I can give a perfect example of. Kevin Hart. Like let's go with Kevin Hart for example.
Now Kevin Hart, that's a little tricky because he did say something about being against people in dresses, and then I did see a skit of him being in a dress as well in one of his comedy skits.
That was on SNL.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I don't know which way to go with it, but like it's kind of wild, because this is why, like, as underground musicians and people that are on the come up, let's say what's up to Big Facts the Truth. I seen him up here a minute ago. Dandy Sandy's actually my mom's, bro. She came for a minute. She's probably gone by now. Ali Flows Official. I see you, Ali.flows_official. We acknowledge you being here. Thank you for coming into the PZ show today. Today we are talking about political celebridom nonsense that's going out in the world, and then relating it back to us, the underground musicians, and actually, Relia, me, coming in to say my piece, because I kind of don't understand where things are going.
If you look at the entertainment industry altogether, like for example, there's a lot of things that are flying around, and because you have to be in the site, you have to be in the scene, on the scene, in order to understand what's really taking place. Because if not, things happen, and you're just not around to know what's going on. So, like for example, P Diddy with his freak off party. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Listen, him with beating on the girls, him with beating his narcissistic, what the hell? Like that, it was just, 2023 was a year of just like, at the end of the year, everything blew out. You know what I mean? Everything started to come out, but it does say in the Bible that at the end of days that, all of the things in the darkness will come to light. As everybody knows, I brought a lot of darkness to light in 2023, and I really am glad that year is gone for me, because it's really a lot of evil coming on to us, and we have to protect ourselves spiritually, because we're seeing it with the celebrities. We're seeing some celebrities that just don't want to just hold it in no more and trying to let all of this information out. We're seeing it in our own world of the underground hip-hop music and multi-genres that we're, running up in. There's a lot of things going on that, kind of remind you of Dirk, or freaking all the drama that happened behind the past few rappers that died. A lot of these people think, okay, yeah, you just like in the underground world, but like I'm like, whole motherfuckers is coming to try to shoot my ass. What the fuck you talking about? Like, I'm ready to clap them too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just think that there's tiers and levels to everybody inside of the industry, whether in a different level of underground world, we have our own world, and then celebrities have their own world, and they're always constantly battling. And it's really, I gotta commend Katt for actually coming out, Katt Williams, and having that interview with in that, what's his name, the Shay guy? Yeah, Shaman Sharp. And he actually really shedding some lights to some views that people probably had in question for a long time. But it takes a lot of courage for somebody to stand up and actually say things and not care and feel like it's going to affect their careers, because like you were talking about Martin Lawrence.
They have been attacking Katt Williams since he started opening up about this, like,
exactly.
Honestly, he brought it to the fore because he actually showed no concern over any other person that would have been affected. His statement when he said, "It's God's side versus the other, and we ain't got love at all."
That's the truth. Like, as we come in towards the last days, everybody needs to look around them, and not only just look online, but literally look around. There's like multitudes of legions of demons that are corrupting people and going into our lives as we start to follow and try to do the right thing, and like, growing up, whether you grew up with the church or you just grew up to know who God is the truth and the righteous are being persecuted and being martyred at this point, and everybody that has the evil intentions are starting to rise. We see all of these girls degrading themselves on these websites daily, every day, and we see, everybody degrading themselves for the value of a dollar bill. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
things that are so devastating to the mind. Like these are people who have changed over, and instead of being insulted or disgraced by the fact that we have visual effects of people utilizing demonic symphony as a way to synthesize their unique content variation among stuff, so to speak. So you got people that are so into like the devil side of the most sadistic shit, but it's so content filling that this is something that people, when they see it, they like, oh, that's new. I never seen that before. Oh, that's cool. And instead of it being looked at in a sense of that's not what we should be showing people. The subliminal messages underneath all of that are so toxic to the mind that these are the reasons why we have these evolutionary de-evolution of mental states going on out there in the days that we're looking at. Nobody is thinking that anything they're seeing on TV, like for example, when people start paying attention to, for example, Family Guy. Family Guy has been one of those shows that touch on all kinds of controversial things. But think about the fact of how they strike comedy out of all of these situations. They're so subliminally targeting to certain groups of people, but because they don't discriminate on who they talk about in those shows, they get away with the way that they design these episodes for people to see.
I was just talking about that, not even like 2 days ago, with a couple of friends, that I said maybe why our dark humor is the way it is because we have been like years and years in progress from Daffy Duck down to freaking Bugs Bunny. There's always been some kind of controversial thing about Nazis or Robot Chicken or Robot Chicken is crazy. I used to love that show when it first came out, and I started saying, what the fuck am I watching? This is crazy. Or fucking all the type of cartoons. Like, cartoons are not cartoons anymore, bro.
Actually saying okay to, it's
Yep.
not what you want it to look at all.
Yeah.
Because in the almighty eye of God, we know if you want to continue to keep your soul clean from all of this negativity in the world today, you have to be able to absorb positive things.
Exactly.
Because once you can obtain your own sustainable energy source of positive, then you are able to deter negative effects and negative energy. You can derail them before they even come into your view.
This year should be the year that everybody starts to really be in tune. I honestly am like definitely an advocate of that, where you need to really decide what are you going to accept in your life as a part of your life, or what are you going to get rid of this year. You know, we don't have to deal with other people's bullshit that we don't want to be bothered with, but we do a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So this is the problem. The biggest problem, I don't know, I keep getting all these calls while I'm trying to talk to you. Let me try to just decline. You know, this year is definitely one of those years that, you know, we're coming towards the end. There's a lot of things going on insignificant to, you know, directly affecting us. And then there's some times where there's things that, you know, we subliminally are being affected by, you know, because either way you're looking at it, we're all living in the same world. So it's kind of like I always said to everybody, treat your emotions and your spirit like a bank account. Like how you treat your money is how you need to treat yourself. And how you don't want to give your money and you don't want nobody touching it, you need to take account for every dollar. You need to take account for every emotion that you're going to give out to these people. You need to take account for every action that you're not going to accept when they are given to you. You're going to have to take account for your responsibilities and make people understand that you're not going to be responsible for their irresponsibilities, basically. You know what I mean? It's a time of that where, yeah, we love people. We want to help everybody. Everybody knows I've been a life coach for many years. I've been trying to help people with all type of different ways and different things in their lives. But then when is enough? When you have to say, okay, now it's time for me. It's time for me. And we have to start. We have to start today. We have to, because at this point, you know, we're draining ourselves. We're draining ourselves and depriving ourselves from what we're supposed to be and the destination of our own happiness. When are we all going to realize that this is our time, and if we don't take it now, we might not get it ever again.
That's it. You only get one shot. You only get one shot.
Yeah, I mean, you grow up, and we all a little bit know. Well, majority of us, not all of us. I can't say all of us grew up knowing Christ or knowing what's wrong from right. But as we grew up and we became young adults, we figured it all out. You know, music has been a big contribution to my life and to PZ's life. We both are very much, we love our music. We love to share. We love to just give out knowledge, and there's a lot of people just like us out there. But the problem is, being in an empathic lifestyle, you're going to get narcissists. You're going to get vindictive people. You're going to get manipulators. You're going to get people that's going to give you a story, and they're going to expect for you to give them everything that you can't give yourself. You know what I mean? So, it's like 10 steps back, 2 steps forward. Make sure that, you're giving your energy to the right sources in your life.
Because that's the determining factor in your way. That's what determines whether you're going to succeed or you're going to fail. Because in any case, what people have to realize and take into inventory is the fact that it's not just about you. It also has a lot to do with the people around you as well.
Exactly.
That you get yourself involved in reflects
that part.
Regardless of how you determine your life. If you're following or you're around people that lead a certain lifestyle, because of their attachment and the association of guilt that actually attaches itself to you.
That is such a powerful statement. You have no idea. Yeah, that's a very powerful statement, what you said right there. Because it really is like we allow people to attach themselves to us, or we attach our emotions to thinking it's, for the betterment of the other person. But majority of the time, we are basically just really shitting on ourselves, bro. Like, everything is fucking, like, throws our whole plan and routine out of whack. And today has to be the day that people are just tired of being good to other people and things happening to them that they don't deserve.
Right.
And I have to really say that was very powerful what you said, because it really I reflected myself and my life back onto what you just said, And it's really coming down to being your own boss, knowing what you want in your life. And it doesn't necessarily mean money-wise, relationships, friendships, jobs. Just know what you want.
For yourself. So that whenever you encounter any person of a different breed, they are not able to foundation that you have already set. That's something that you establish as the entity. Even in the normal world. If you're not even talking in a way, we're talking just in the normal way.
Exactly.
In order to establish an understanding of others and how they will treat or see you. Yeah.
Exactly. And not only that, but like I caught myself in that position last year where I surrounded myself with somebody that was not healthy, and then when I recognized it, it was like, that whole moment of, do you think, like, is it too late for me to get out of this? Is it too late for me to change my life and my life decisions? It's never too late to change your life's decisions. Everybody, I feel bad for people that are in abusive situations, because I had some friends go through it, and going through it myself. It's kind of like you feel like you can't get out of it, but 100% you can. 100%, yeah, like it's just more harder to do, because you have to put an effort and initiative and a plan in effect to be able to get out of something that you don't want to be in, whether it's a bad record deal or a bad relationship with a person that's abusive, or a bad job that is just not working out, or moving into a house in an area that you just don't like. Now you have to wait it out. You have to put a plan of action into play, and then it's just all about recreate and then dominate. recreate the scenario and situation that you want that's going to accommodate to your life, and then dominate the situation by putting the plan into action.
Yep, there it is. Yep, and stand firm on your decision.
Yes,
Because
that
when you
part,
stand
because a
firm
lot of
on your
people say, I'm going to
decision,
change this
everything
today.
comes full circle.
Yes, a lot of people say, I'm going to change this today, I'm going to do this today and tomorrow, and then they turn around and
To the bullshit.
then they say, okay, well, I actually fell short to that as well, like sometimes, because it's not easy.
It's not like you're the only one. Trust me, you're not.
Yeah.
I've done it myself. I've literally fallen in many of situations. Hell, I've walked out of a situation that I fucking fell into because I thought I was doing the right thing.
Yeah, I was in the same situation where I thought that, I can trust a person and think that, their words meant something, and they were actually about something that they were not about, and had a whole nother situation happen terribly because of it. And this is what happens to everybody, bro. There goes the video again. It's in and out today because I saw it myself and now I don't see myself. I don't know if anybody else can see me, but whatever. But it really is something about, the timing that we're in. We're in the last days, and, people, like, it's, a lot of people say it, okay, the last days, but, like, no, like, we really are dealing with a lot of evil intention people that are trying to either use you to do something better for themselves, or try to create different atmospheres that you don't really need to deal with. So people need to just protect themselves.
To the point now where it's a critical situation, and I mean real critical situation. We're talking so critical to the point where, all right, I'm just gonna bring up one scenario in my situation that happened yesterday. I've been pretty much roaming around in my own, intentional issues, mostly simply and smoothly as it can. All of this stuff,
Yeah.
on a week where every other day, everything goes smoothly. It seemed nothing was different. And I come back to my house, and within the time frame it took for me to get home, I was involved with myself without even knowing in a situation where I ended up being almost within a few minutes of a situation that ended up in a fatal situation, because not even a friend, somebody I didn't know. I didn't know until later on after the whole scenario ended up being murdered. Just
Wow.
being out on somewhere, going somewhere, doing handling their own business, and a person, either a friend, either having falling out or whatever the hell kind of a difference of opinion is, decided to take it a whole step higher by executing an assassination
Wow.
out of the clear blue, and just shot a man and then left. Now,
See, but this is the thing. There's so many things. On a daily basis, I get news. I like the app Newsbreak, shout out to the app Newsbreak, because I actually rolled over it by accident, and it's not fake news. You get a lot of good news that I get from all around the country, but every day there's something going on. Like, I get a lot of negative, horrible things, from a woman drowning her child last week, onto a man that 5 people ran into the town I just moved out of, Middletown, Connecticut, and they duct tape people and freaking rob them. And you gotta just everything, like all type of things. They see places burning down. You got a woman killed like 3 of her kids, and like in Hartford or whatever, or in New York, actually, a woman killed all 3 of her kids in the Bronx, like last week or week before. Like, it's like the devil is running rampant. So what are you doing to fight against the devil? What are you doing? It's Sunday. Let's talk about it. Let's put God in this conversation, because I know that he's here all the time, and everybody just needs to wake up and start to realize that you can't do it on your own. You can't do it on your damn own.
The time and place in this time to be out here thinking that you can do it all by yourself. Because in the
My
world
picture came
we
back
live
once
in
I said
today,
that. God put it back on.
that's the type of attitude that can get you caught up in a situation that you won't be able to handle or get out of. And
You can't do it on your own. You know, people don't realize that. It's funny how you sit there and you plan your day out, right? And you think your day is going to go the way that you want it to go. But the reality of it is that the book of life was already written, and you have 3 roads that you were going anyway. You were either going God's way, you were going your way, or you were going the devil's way. But like, which way is it going to be? Depending on your decisions, when you wake up and you rise in the morning, when you got that breath in you, that's when you make your decision on which way you're going to go. And whatever outcome, the consequences, don't go sitting there saying, oh man, God was there for me and all of this happened to me because of him. No, sit your ass down, because you created the atmosphere from the consequences that you decided to take. You knew that with these certain things, repercussions could have came too. And sometimes he will reprimand you. He will reprimand you and take away everything you need to be taken away so that way you can come to him. Because it has happened to me numerous amount of times in my life. And like, I literally, if I don't see him first and put him first before my kids or whoever I'm dealing with or my house or my job, boy, oh boy, God gets so mad to be like, you know what, Relia? Boom, we taking this. Boom, we taking that. We're going to make a war with this. The devil is such a liar. And he has nothing but time, bro. The biggest thing I ever read in the Bible was that the devil has nothing but patience. He will make you think something and put something in your mind for decades and create an atmosphere of you believing it to the point where, because your mind is your battlefield between the angels and the demons. So some of those thoughts that you think that you have, well, guess what? They're not your thoughts, bro. They're not your thoughts. You know, and we're talking about it because it's Sunday, okay? And some of your thoughts are not your thoughts, bro. So the devil has you thinking, for some odd reason, that you're like destined for bad things, or thinking that your best friend doing you some type of way, or thinking about, but then again, he might jump in there. There might be some legions of demons that's been scoping you out all year long, and they just say, hey, I'm gonna jump up in your daughter, like that's what's happening to me right now, and trying to get everything fucked up in your life, or I'm gonna jump up in your ex, your baby father, or I'm gonna jump up in your ex. It's the same demonic presence, you know. And I have to speak on the Leviathan, a demon, and we have to speak on the Jezebel demon, because those promiscuity and manipulative, conniving, you know, demons are out there. They're definitely two of a kind that is definitely hierarchy inside of his battles at this moment. Because those, if you look up those particular demons, they possess the skill of multi-personality in people. So you might have people that are showing you one face and, hey, how you doing? Oh, how's everything? And behind your back, they're like, let's see how we're going to fuck them over today. Let's see how we can use this person. And let's see how I can benefit from that. And that's what's going on. What's going on is that it's an economic crash, financial, you know, distraught people. We have a big-ass recession going on that nobody wants to talk about. We have celebrities that are letting out information on a daily basis everywhere, and then they end up dead or they end up blackballed. We have the same thing going on in the underground world. The underground world, I'm being, you know, freaking martyred right now for opening my mouth about illegal activities and different things and saying, hey, that's wrong. Stop treating women in degradation. You know what I mean? Or children or whatever you're doing. You know, and this is the problem. So it's all about just like your...
what was once civilized more promotive to the negative management and more traumatizing like I've never been in this level of violence and humanity towards other strangers.
Exactly.
And I mean, for the sake of the fact to say it, even to
Imagine a hippo swollen like a giant balloon, drifting into lion territory. A pride of lion spots this unexpected visit, but wait, there's a twist. A stealthy crocodile lurks nearby, eyeing the same run. The hippo, loaded with gas, floats closer. It's a ticking time bomb. The lion, unaware of the danger, moves in for a feast. Here comes
But think about it. It's paganistic. It's Luciferian. It's Scientology. It is what it is. They have specific belief systems, and some people believe even that they're doing righteous when it says it. Clear as day. Be careful of the wolves in sheep's clothing, or nobody. Everything that was in the book, bro, is all coming out, bro. It's coming out now. And it's hard to believe that something we read years and years, and our grandmas and moms was like, you need to read the Bible, and you need to, and I'm like, oh God, I gotta read the Bible, I guess so. You going to church, and we praising, and I'm like, okay, what time is it? Because I'm ready to go home. I want to go get me something to drink. I want to go get something to eat, whatever the hell. And you thinking about it like, you know what I'm saying? So, growing up like that and thinking, okay, I'm doing the right thing as long as I go to church on Sunday. Sunday, you don't need to go to church. Your church is your temple, and your body and your spirit. Your body is your church. So as long as you talking to God, you good.
That's it. And that's usually what you should be primarily paying more attention to in today's day and age, because what we start to realize in today's world is that the
What's good,
things that
Mr. Fly
you
Guy
pay
2023? I see you.
more attention over the things that we are supposed to pay attention become the more validated things, and it's part of the whole creation. It was the part of the prophecy that the things that were evil in the world would be looked upon as the greatest things ever. And these things that are negative, these things that are supposed to be morally great and centered in positivity,
make sure not AFK like this guy.
Exactly.
known to what God's children supply themselves.
Yes, and as you're talking, I want everybody that's watching to know that you can say anything in the comments that you feel that is pertaining to the subjects that we're talking about, and I'll read it out loud and let everybody know exactly how you feel and what your opinion is as well within this conversation. You know what I mean? What he's speaking is truth. It's truth. I was watching a special, not for nothing. I was watching a special about an old man that he went to hell and he came back. He had died and came back. I just found him out of nowhere, and I'll probably link it later. But one thing that he mentioned was that exact example of what you were just saying. He said that there is actual, like, the God of this world is the devil. That's one thing he said. And another thing that he said was that there is legions of demons that might be appointed to an entire community or state or country, but then there are some that come back and they're just for you or particular people that are targets, because the closer you get to God and the stronger that you speak on it, or you speak on the things that is good. Look, see, Mr. Fly Guy said, I read the book. That's the thing. If you know the knowledge, because he said every ear can listen. Everybody who has ears to listen. The thing is that, do we listen? We put it in place in our lives? Are we really doing this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know we slip up. We human. We live in the flesh. We like to enjoy things the way that it is.
Right. And a lot of times we fall victim to the things that we see versus the things that we should know are truth.
Because what we can touch, we want self-gratification. Touch and feel and sense is where we're living on here. And nobody really thinks about it like, okay, well, what about the things we can't see? Does that mean that it's not real because we can't see it? So Mr. Fly Guy said he's basically talking about when he went to hell, how the demons were tormenting him and everything. It was pretty bad, man. The book is serious, though. Y'all get that book. You know what? Tag that book in here if you find it. It's okay for you to just copy and link it into this show today, because it was a very interesting experience for me, like listening to this man that I found by accident, actually, just sitting on the couch watching YouTube. And he started talking about, the different parts of hell and the different dimensions that this goes. So, like, basically, whatever you enjoy most that you're sinning with is going to be what you're going to be tormented with in hell.
Yes.
So that's wild.
Yes.
So, like, if you're a promiscuous person and you like to have a lot of sex, well, guess what? The demons are going to be fucking you for eternity with fucking dicks made out of fire or something. Or if you're a woman that likes to live like that, that's what's going to happen. Or, like, somebody who indulges in drugs a lot, they're going to be constantly getting to the point of overdose but never really dying in hell. Or somebody who... Yeah, it's a that's your delusional, gratification and things that you love the most is going to be your torment for eternity. And the sad part about it is you can actually look up as far as every place that I've ever heard in pastor says that there is a hole in the center that they can look up and the heavens can look down at you and what you're going through. So you can see the people that yes, pleading for help and getting ignored. I read that and I was like, wow. You know what I mean? That's pretty serious. You know what I mean? It's like, do we really want that shit?
Is that where we are? Is that where we are?
Because this is the world of the devil. This is his shit.
Like not having grounded conversations where people are fully aware of the circumstances, the situations that they indulge unknowingly. And these are the things that get them caught out there because you don't take the time and conform completely. That are
exactly
the highest risk of being vulnerable, put in these situations and not knowing. When we say in our truth and speak on what God has given us earlier for us to stay in His place, it's not always something that people are attracted to. That is the
exactly
issue that we have at hand because you can't expect people to look at the Holy Bible or even the Bible in general to feel like this is speaking to them when in actuality the people that are not paying attention to this, it speaks to them in a volume so loud that it's because they ignore it that they don't know it.
Like I said, two things. He said once I talked to my mom, I asked her what the name of the book is, good, and then let us know. He said they say hell is on earth now. Hell is on earth. I have been hearing that for some reason several times within the last 3 months from several different production team members or artists or videographers that I've been talking to. He said this is the end times and Christ is coming back. Y'all just got to watch out for false prophets. So this is the problem, is that this is the time now that we are in the time of the false prophet. We are in the time of the broken seals. We are in the time of the people that are going to portray themselves as the nice guy and really be the abomination. We're going to be in the times of the beautiful girl, but she's completely hellish and does fucking sacred satanic shit behind everybody's closed doors, and we don't even know. You know what I mean? And then, they do these things because they think it's going to bring them fame, it's going to bring them money, it's going to bring them everything. What you bind in this earth is only bound to the earth. You cannot take it with you. So you got to remember that. That's the problem.
And that's a fact.
Everybody wants the fame and the fortune, and everybody wants that clout, and everybody wants to be that million-follower person.
Yes.
But in all reality, it's like, that's why I changed, like, the perspectual idea of majority of my music, bro.
Or anything else around you.
Hello, Mr. Sack_12. Welcome in.
At the end of the day, none of this matters. What is it really going to matter that you have 10 million or 20 billion?
It's a bunch of people talking.
What does that matter? What does that matter?
You got to go to your Instagram and go look at my life. Go to my page on your Instagram. You'll see it. Yeah. I'm sorry. What did you say?
But it's like how do you contend with thinking that you live in this type of lifestyle where everybody can be a victim of your sinister ways, thinking that that's the way that the world is supposed to work for you, and you're gonna gain this big high level success.
That part.
When in actuality, all you're condemning yourself.
This is the problem. Exactly.
That are gonna pay attention to your complete and utter destruction on your life. That's literally what you're putting yourself in front of. Because for everybody that feels like going these negative routes in order to attain any kind of notoriety, any kind of self-gratification, any of these things that you're shooting for that have no good intentions to them are going to blow up in your face.
Yes, because there's something called karma, and it comes right back. The biggest problem that I've noticed, right? I started to study the study of psychology with empathic individuals and narcissistic individuals, and then I started to study chakras and our energy fields recently, and how our energy fields, literally having low energy fields, can target our abdomens, our brains, our hearts, our legs, everything. So your level of everything that you're feeling, you know, with all the depression, and we are in a world of depression right now with the new COVID JN1 coming out that nobody's talking about, giving all these new infections, and then we have all of these people that we trusted, that we loved, that were family or relationship wise, that were backstabbers, and they were, but you know, wanted bad intentions in our lives, and then the cost of living going up so high, and not being able to really survive. You know what I mean? Financially, with everybody going through all this hardship. We don't have room for you fuckers that want to aggravate our lives and make things harder. Life is hard as it is. If you can make somebody's life better and make them happier, go ahead and try to, even if it's a nice word, even if it's opening a door for a person, even if it's just telling somebody how you feel about them in a positive way, do that. But everybody else needs to go suck a dick, bro, because I'm tired. It's like every time we turn around, you got somebody else that has this negative impulse to try to destroy others and ruin other people in society. And they're like, to me, you know, the worst kind of human beings. But you got to remember, there was Adam and then there was Eve, and they created who? Who did they create? Their two sons, which is the entire world, Cain and Abel.
What the brother just put into the comments just now. My brother just said the definition of the Bible basic instructions before leaving earth, which basically gives you a roundabout, unstructured level of instruction. You should pay attention to, acknowledge, and be adherent to when it comes to walking the world we live.
That sounds like somebody I know. That's scary. Anyway, Mr. Flag Guy also said, well, if you read the Bible, the Bible basically means, okay, that was him that said that.
Yep.
Okay. You know, well, yes, I've actually heard the same terminology before, like several times from different people. And I truly believe that people don't understand the significance of the word that we were given from the beginning to now, and how we are living in that very last part of that Bible that we all didn't want to turn to, that we were all kind of freaked out thinking about an animal with a whole bunch of heads coming out of the water and some kind of antichrist, and, you know, the abomination of the world with all the seals being broken and all the angels crying, you know, holy to God, you know, underneath the throne, those martyrs that are sitting there waiting for their time to come up.
Once again, Mr. Fly Guy came with another good comment in that statement. He said in 2024 we gotta stop dealing with the negative. If you're in the negative spaces, get the fuck away from me. Like, real talk. If you're about that negative shit, you can stay your ass the fuck away from me.
Yeah, just stay your ass the fuck over there.
That's where we are.
That's true.
Because we have so many chances that are easily given to us, get caught up in that negative that it's much harder to stay on the fucking path of righteousness and be that person that walks that line. Because in this world there are thousands of pathways to get to you, but only one that leads to the truth.
And this is the problem, because we live in the flesh, so you have so many people that is wanting self-gratification now. They don't want to wait. They don't want to wait for their blessings to come. So they try to take from everybody else what they're blessed with, or they try to ridicule somebody else, or they start to manipulate and create other characteristics in their person that they create because they listen to us of what we're looking for, and then they create the atmosphere of the person that we're looking for. So that way we can be confused and manipulated. This happens a lot. Exactly. And then be victims to their evilness. And then they turn around and they literally will call us out victims. That's the mind of a narcissistic, psychopathic, sociopath type of person. You know, and the problem is that all of these traits literally is from the food, GMOs, the hereditary, serial killer blood that some of these people have that they don't even know that they're related to, and what they were shown when they were younger, or what they really never had but they really wanted to have and just didn't want to work hard to get it, so they thought they could take it from somebody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you can't have peace but you just don't know how to create the peace, don't create chaos. This is the problem that we're having. It's constant chaotic behaviors.
That understand the rules of how to create versus how to create an environment based on positive vibes, and trying to install good values in a person. This is something like I feel like in the times that we have gotten, especially now, more people have left the idea of continuing to struggle to stay in the light of, because we have so many done so much, and they're literally living life. But what we have to understand is every single piece here in the world, is not of any value after you leave. So what matters the most is what your soul is before you take off to the next after this world is over. Because it's real talk. What you should realize.
Yes, you can hear it.
As people are many, but only one soul lives in each person. And that soul is not the same. It's connected others in another way.
Well, welcoming in Demon_Time SJ, which is my son's father. And then welcome in Solo Cash as well, _214. We're talking about Happy Sunday. This is the Peasy Show, live with Relia, talking about what are you doing with your mind? What are you doing with your spirit and your time? That's what we're talking about. Looking in depth into yourself and relating positivity and spirituality.
Your inner self. This conversation is stemming from a lot of different variation conversations, but it's all rounded in a sense of where do you see your soul at this point? Where is your soul?
And where is your soul going?
Yeah, where do you see yourself going? Do you see yourself grounded in the faith that God is being the leading force to your life, or are you looking at what is good to you visually in the world, and you're lusting over what you can accomplish through the things that the world is offering?
Exactly. That's the problem, is that everybody wants this whole self-gratification. Like, on a daily basis, I have a lot of friends and all over the place, all over the world, and I love all my music community family, but I have some close friends that I know from my walk of life as well. And sometimes I see them repeating the same thing as if they were all in like a big a convention and I all knew about it, you know what I mean? Which is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? That's the thing that's ridiculous, because I'll hear the same thing from people that don't even know each other, live in different states or different parts of the world over and over throughout the year. It's like as if we all feel in the same way, that we're lost. We don't know which direction to go. And we all have to just really start to situate. It's all about 2024 recreation. Take the time to know yourself. Take the time to love yourself. Take your time to invent the real you that you want to be. This could be the last year we're on the earth. We don't know. So it really is about taking the time to create that atmosphere of I am who I am. I cannot change everybody else around me, but I can change my environment by the way that I create my mind to believe what I want to believe, what I want to accept in my life.
You know what? That alone, that statement you just made, brings to mind the phrase, get your house in order. Because the Lord is coming again.
Yeah, he is.
So
You're
For
right.
all of you guys out here that don't understand what any of that, take into inventory the word. Body is your temple. If God is coming into the house of worship and sit with you, that means He's coming into your body. He's coming into your home, your mind, your heart,
Exactly.
your heart, your soul. You have to be welcoming. You have to have
Not only that, if you got to think about it. If your body is your temple, bro, then, and your temple is a simulation of your home, then keep your house clean. Straight up. Keep your house clean. Like, if you don't know when that messenger is coming, or you don't know when Christ is coming to that door, bro.
It's like,
this is the problem. Everybody wants self-gratification quickly.
Let's look at it from a hood perspective. Let's look at this from a hood perspective. Now, let's just say you live in Section 8 house. All right.
Okay.
Now everybody who lives in knows that at some point you're gonna end up with a house. Somebody's gonna want to see what the house.
That's a good one.
It's looking like. If you want to get a good grade on your house, you're gonna make sure that clean. You're gonna start wiping walls, dishes is done, the floors is clean. All kind of shit.
See, but that's the thing. Like, 2024 needs to be, I feel that 2024 needs to be the time of just recreation. Everybody needs to sit back, look at themselves, do a self-inventory. What do I not like about myself? What can I change about myself? What can I do to rebuild? And what I do not like, I'm going to eliminate. I see a new follower just came in, DJ_freestyle1. Peace and blessings, he says. Peace and blessings to you. Yeah. And that's the truth of the matter, is that what you don't want done to you, don't do it to other people. What you feel that you want to do today, do it today, because you might not have tomorrow. But really keep in mind that what you're doing, you sometimes can be affecting others. So watch your wording, watch your heart, watch your words, and stop thinking that you are just so privileged to just sit there and expect everyone to do for you. That is something that cannot happen. We all have to work on ourselves to be able to really, get and achieve everywhere that we need to go. Granted, all of us are not in the same walk of life, and all of us are trying to do the best that we can. But yeah, expand your mind and your horizon this 2024, and start thinking about what you really are and who you are and what you mean out there.
Not aligned with yourself. How do you expect God to have entryway your life into your life purpose that you understand is there?
Exactly.
You have to be willing to put yourself critical examinations of yourself in order to say God's definition of this child is someone understanding of the world and how deal with the world, because in the world the children are all amongst us. And if we are in God's word, we also have to know that there are people like us out here, and we need to stay together. Because
that is the hardest thing. Bro, as a community, we could make such a difference if there was enough of us that actually would stick together. But it's really hard because, you and me being in the underground world of the communities internationally of music, we have numerous accounts of people attacking us, or people with satanic culture trying to infiltrate, or you have people that I have dear friends of mine that, completely are atheist, and I don't try to push my religion or anything on anybody. They might say something to me, and then they know what they're going to get out of me, because they know I'm really going to say what it is. You know what I mean? But not all the time. Like, there's some people that are very, very soft, about it, that they feel like it angers them whenever somebody tries to give them something they don't want to hear. But, the truth, what I realized is what I did was take a step back and realize that it's not them that's angry. It's the demons that's within them. It's the demons that I'm speaking to and calling out from them, talking these things that I talk.
You have to take that into account. People are just for our just when they have the ability or be possessed. And that's just it.
But the problem is, a lot of them don't know that it's possession, bro.
No.
A lot of them don't know the names of the demonic spirits that have these capabilities that are basically in the army of the devil that is running the world right now. You know, a lot of the base of everything that we are on, even the platforms, you know, are leaders of satanic cults or of Luciferian or Scientology, you know, and they are pushing, and the commercials that we're watching, the music that we're hearing, subliminal messages and, you know, different things. It's there, but we just all just want to just act like things are normal because our own normalcy has been, you know, just diluted. Yeah, that's a good word for it.
It's about the
diluted and polluted.
It's not even distortion. This is clearly devilish shit. Devilish so many people. Devilish shit has done because of the role reversal. It's like negative thing. It's like seeing someone getting stabbed 50 times is amusing to people.
Yes, you notice that? That's creepy.
It's
you know, or seeing people that's in physical altercations have become something that they put music behind.
In a certain level in time, logically something that we should do.
Now this is something that I thought of too.
Go back into our history and talk about humanity and talk how we were savages,
Mm-hmm. One thing I was thinking about the other day when you're speaking on that particular topic.
Mm-hmm. Everyone as a fucking victim. And in
the real weird shit, look, bro, like you could go in the Bible, it says something about that. It says it in the Bible.
Have been enhanced and now joining to a vaster number because of all of these new innovations. Oh, there was no reason we were seeing hundreds of people killed in a situation in 17, 16, and 1400s because the technology that we dealt with at that point in time was different. So now with the advancing world around us, everything's trying to step up to a more convenient launch for things. We have these people who want to invent ways to destroy the human body. So now,
but the problem is that like how could you tell the difference though, bro? Tell me, like how do you know a good person from a bad person?
You have motherfuckers,
bro. How do you tell?
Set up in this
how could you tell a bad person from a good person? Not anymore, bro. You can't.
That seem noble, and tangible for good things to come about.
Yeah, but bro, you can't tell. You can't tell who's doing good and who's doing bad no more until they already done fucked you up.
So instead of
the problem is you can't tell who's bad and who's good though, bro.
Looking to be a positive influence or a positive impact on a situation, their true intentions are to make such a situation so unbearable that at some point your reliability becomes because now you're relying on their creative voice and
that part.
That is not even sustainable. It's not even, but because you need it. But because your life is conveniently helping you with one little thing that you'll fall victim to.
But this is the problem. The problem is that you can't. They're so deep, bro. Like there's so many of these people. Just as much as there's a lot of us. Like there's a lot of us trying to fight for the right thing, but there's a lot of people doing crazy shit, bro.
So far beyond that we need the topics that we use to use. It's like people don't care. It's like people don't care for these safety these kinds of conversations. People are lost in what the world has shown me. It's what Little Stephanie Red is talking about. How many another talking out here the things that she do with her booty hole around.
You heard that song?
See what I'm saying? Like all of these many conversations that have no value.
Yeah, there's no value to a lot of people. They're devaluing women's rights. They're devaluing, just everything, bro. It's gotten to a point where it's like, what are we supposed to do? I mean, we fit into the system, but then we're not of it. Just like for years and years, every pastor in every church, I've heard the same thing from them. And it's one thing that has stuck with me my whole life when they say, we're in this world, but we're not of this world. And that's the truth of it, bro. So crazy.
It really is. It really is. We go through our and we expect certain things, in line with what we're dealing with in our day. You know what I mean? Like I'm almost certain because I think like this too sometimes. Every day I get up, I want to set things that I expect to. I'm literally walking down a line of things of
Hey,
what I
Chrissy, I
want to
see
have
you.
accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And what we have to understand is even in a situation like saying, just planning your day, incorporate you thinking that you have a certain level of control over your life. In reality, the world we live in is completely out of your control. Your only way of survival and maintaining what it is in this world and being able to wake up another day from it is leaning on the one thing that people have forgotten, real talk.
Yeah.
The Most High.
I found myself in a situation this year where I realized that as much as I thought I had a lot of friends, I had not that many.
No.
Actually, not even a handful. And I started to realize that I thought I had a huge family, and really I had no family. I only had like my mom and dad, And then I thought about it, and I thought about the retrospect of my entire musician characteristics and how everybody, they have this way of portraying she's this, she's that, she's this, she's that. Some people say she's a witch, or some people say she's too godly, or some people say she's a whore, and some people say, like whatever they want to say. And you got to think about it that, oh, my friend said she can't hear anything that you're saying. I can hear you. But my friend Christine is on here, and she's saying she can't hear anything, so you have to fix your microphone. But, you have to think about, like, everybody, when you shut people out, when you shut the world out, and you start to look at yourself, and you start to focus on what is important to you in your life, like your kids, your life, your work, your essence of being, your entire, your energy fields when they are broken from traumatizing situations. You have to really start to step back, and you have to recreate yourself. And that's what I've been about. A lot of people not understanding why I'm not picking up phones, or why I have a sharper way of speaking nowadays. A lot of my music changed on the apps, and I started speaking a little bit more in depth about just in general life situations, because I feel that that's not being said enough. I'm in a sense of way where I am recreating my entire energy levels, and I'm recreating and looking at everything that I've been through as a time to really put it all in retrospect and just try to come forward and come out of the hole that I'm in emotionally. And people don't understand that sometimes. But it really is at a point where if you don't look at yourself and you don't see the wrongs that you are doing, whether it's talking to people wrong or trying to initiate into things that you got no business doing, or trying to make somebody else's life harder.
Different. Trying to think that you can advance yourself by taking advantage of other people.
Yes. A lot of people have been taking advantage of a lot of other people.
That's not the way of the world.
It's not the way of the world.
It's not the way that God intended us to live amongst
Exactly.
each other.
I mean, people are not realizing that these seals are being broken. They already have, the angels are at the four corners of the world, and the seals are barely any left. You know, that's why we see these millionaires building bunkers underneath their mansions. I don't know if you've seen those YouTubes, but they're kind of creepy. And then you start seeing, you know, people like Katt Williams that I commend. Exactly. You know, you see people like Katt Williams and other bigger celebrities that are coming out to speak on behalf of the truth, because the truth is the light. And as they start to see that maybe over the years they needed that darkness to get into the careers that they're in, but they're realizing it is wrong, and they're trying to correct themselves in their spirits, I commend them for actually voicing out what they feel and how they're trying to understand that they are public influencers, and it's important for them to speak their piece as far as on God's behalf. We're all supposed to be God's warriors. We're supposed to be on a daily basis trying to educate each other to an easier way to get into that kingdom of heaven. Just like every time I do something for somebody, you won't hear me talking about it online, you know, giving people food, going out there helping people to get places to live, you know, helping people in a personal situation when I didn't need to, and still do it. And what I do is, in my mind, what I'm really doing is putting that dollar bill in the bank account in heaven for that room that he got there for me. See, because Jesus said he got a room for all of us in there. But you see, I think about it like a big-ass hotel. And I want my room to be a suite. I don't want to be in the janitor's closet. So what I'm about to do is turn it all around. Every time I get a chance to help somebody, every time I get a chance to be there for somebody, every time I get a chance to do something, like I have put hundreds of artists, and not even trying to brag, because I hate bragging. I'm not a bragging person. I'm very humble. Another thing I learned is within humility, you will firmly learn to humble in the Lord. Like you literally have to go through humility in your life to learn what it is to humble in the Lord. Like how they always tell you, every damn pastor saying that, humble in the Lord, humble in the Lord. No, you're never going to learn what that means until you literally go through complete humility in your life.
Yes.
You know, and then you come to a sense of meaning, well, this really happened to me, or I allowed these kind of things to happen to me, and I was humiliated. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you can actually go to God and say, okay, God, now, you know, I've been driving this wheel for a while, but you might have to come take this wheel. Because obviously I'm driving myself off of a cliff.
Yes. Yep.
I'm driving myself off a cliff. I'm chasing a man or a woman that is into some beliefs and different things sexually that I'm not into. Or I'm chasing myself into the ground, you know, with this social media, and I can't stop watching these people promiscuity all over the place. Or, you know, I'm fantasizing about women constantly, or men constantly. There's people all over the place with that issue. Or people that are looking at their wives or their mates like they're just not enough for them. When God had gave you somebody, you should be happy that person is there.
Happy with that one person.
Exactly. When God gives you somebody, let me tell you, in Ecclesiastes it says that. It says everything that's, in Ecclesiastes it says it, everything that's done under the sun happens for purpose and for a reason. There is no mistakes. God don't make mistakes. So you got to really think about what I just said. Because the whole truth is, what you think is a mistake and shouldn't have happened and not supposed to happen to you, guess what? That was in your book of life to happen, to strengthen you, to create an atmosphere where you can be the warrior that you are today.
Yes. Everything.
And that's where my mindset is.
Good or bad. Good or bad. It's a way sharpen the sword. That you were built with.
Exactly.
That's it.
And that's the truth of the matter is.
That's what you get.
And
I mean,
the truth of the matter is that we don't like to look at ourselves. How many times that you be like, oh, look at that bitch, she look nasty, or you say, look, that man, he all a mess, he got this and that going on, or whatever. So many people do it, right? But then when you try to look at yourself, what you got to say about yourself? Now nobody wants to say nothing bad about themselves.
That's really pays the cake. There are so many people, and this is why I noticed, and this is what I have been watching others and watching. I see different live streams, having these conversations, majority of these fucking conversations with live streams that have up to 500 or more streams. Majority of the conversations have nothing to do with anything that is substance.
Nothing. It's all materialistic or promiscuity or drug abuse or, on child pornography involving, or it's about, it's about pride. It's about gluttony, where they're like, under 10 minutes, I'm going to eat 15 pounds of meat. Like, why are we doing this, people? Right. I mean, this is what we're embedding into our children's minds when they go onto YouTube. But it was said in the Bible at the last days that God's word would be accessible to the entire world. Well, guess what? That's the internet. So we're here, people. But also that the devil would be the ruler of all on the earth, right?
There will be very little attention to it. The part that people don't say in that statement that people make. Because you have such an advancement of book that you would like. Where it is and what is in front of your head. With the quick.
Shout out to Jose or Josie 1._8 for joining.
The things that are of God or not of God, in the likeness of what we are supposed to guidelines we're walking down.
But you see, the world belongs to the devil, bro. Look at the pharmaceutical company created an atmosphere where everybody is now on medications. I barely know a person that is not taking some type of medication. And then drugs used to be something that people were shamed for. Now they're being celebrated. All of these deaths from all these people getting overdose everywhere, and they're making videos, and they're still talking, getting high, and women's body parts being exposed as if they were just toys to play with instead of actual people that are connected to that ass shaking.
And then you look at the fact that you have men who are looking at augmentation and
yes,
changes to their own in order to appeal to a public who really don't even give a
talk about it.
What you did, let alone what you look like today.
But the problem is because society has this ridiculous outlook, and there's some type of a subliminal messaging of a trend of every sort happening. So it's a trend to beat somebody up and take a video of it. It's a trend to fuck with cops. It's a trend to be promiscuous. It's a trend to be bisexual, activities online in front of children on apps or YouTube and stuff like that. It's a trend to be able to, talk about Luciferianists or Satanist cults and, sadistic behaviors. And it's a trend to put pride as it's something that should be celebrated instead of something that should definitely be not a thing that people should want to be. It's so many different things in so many ways affecting.
It's no different.
And materialism, bro. Like materialism is a capitalism at this point. Like everybody is like, if you don't have, then you basically are an out person. You're outcast. So if you don't have that house or you don't have that car, then you're not on my level. Get on my level. We were built in school. Yeah, the educational system was created for factory workers. And all of these degrees and all these things and all this stuff in place was created so that way they can be more productive and use us in their productive cycle in the United States grounds. Just like, you look at the Federal Reserve, we actually have no money, but nobody wants to talk about that. So, it's crazy. It's all fictitious to deter us from the book of life and from the Bible that we originally were supposed to be paying attention to.
Yeah.
We know what's right from wrong.
All of the energy that you see being wasted on things that make no sense. Oh, we're so
entire day's gone. Yep.
We're so enthralled into this girl who has a 26 inch, a 26 inch hit, all this other.
Yeah, just for 2 minutes of I call it empty sex. The men that are looking for these women can have anybody. Let's put that out there first. They have enough money to do the surgical, procedures to their body. They have enough money. They can be with anybody that they choose to. If you get a chance to be part of their lives, it literally is going to be temporarily and very empty. So they're empty vessels, and these men that are treating them as gods, it's all paganistic, bro. They want sexual gratification. That's also there's a pagan god that is for sexual gratification. And there are demons that are specifically targeting everybody in the culture and globally, just so that way they feel that sexual gratification can actually fulfill anything but a temporary need. Because you can't put a Band-Aid on a gunshot. It's a Band-Aid on a gunshot, bro. People are lonely. People want to be with that girl that everybody wants. People want to be seen and portrayed as the best and the top. But where is this line? Where is this invisible top that I can't see? Who created this? Who created this invisible top of financials or physical, you have to look this way just because that makes you top model, who created this? Think about who is controlling. Who created these standards?
Are unrealistic.
Unrealistic, fictitious, and they were created to keep us in a system, in the dark.
Situations put people in such a hostile situation that they feel like this is the only way that anyone will ever even acknowledge their existence. That's the sad
They are
thing
altering
to
their
put into
bodies
your
and they're altering their
visual
minds.
thoughts of mind. Like, I just really
It's so
believe
sad
that
because
anyone who
you know what I
believes
think
that
of
they
when you
have to
say this?
have
Like,
all these fancy trinkets and things in order to make themselves feel
but bro, listen
somebody
to
in the
me,
world
bro.
today is a
In the book of Enoch,
non-starter.
bro. In the book of Enoch, it explains that the angels that were fallen that came to us in the beginning actually gave us jewelry, makeup, and weaponry. Those angels are underneath the Euphrates River right now for that, until the last days. People don't realize that that's what all of this materialism and capitalism and then abomination of the 7 deadly sins being basically celebrated instead of us going against it. So this is the rise of the Antichrist time. And when it comes, then all of us will be martyred. This is it, bro. So they could get high all they want, because another thing about getting high, right? This is the thing that I realized about getting high. Years ago, ancient times, right? That was all because of the people of the top of the tribes, the chief priests and stuff like that. They were
connection with the higher power.
Thank you. So if you're getting high and you don't have a
why.
connection with God, you are putting your body and your spirit and your temple at jeopardy for legions to actually possess you.
Hello?
Seriously, because you're getting high and you don't have the closeness to God, your spiritual level is rising, and you're being out of a dimension. It's like if you put a dead body in front of a bunch of vultures whenever somebody that doesn't believe in God gets high. That's why there's so many suicidal people when they get high. Or there's so many people that are vindictive. What happens when a lot of people get high? I have a lot of friends that they get paranoid. They think everybody's against them. They think their wife is trying to kill them. Or they think that their wife is fucking their friend. They want to fucking beat the shit out of her and she didn't even do anything to them. Or they get, alcoholism is the same. And when you abuse any type of abuse, it will create an atmosphere that those demons will fuck with your head. And you will regret the mistakes that you will do.
Absolutely.
Especially hallucinogenic. Let's talk about that MDMA coming out everywhere. PCP, shrooms, how they're legalized in some state shrooms. So you got to think about who's in charge, bro. Who's in charge and majority of what type of people are taking these drugs. The majority of them are minorities. The majority of them are the poverty level. Just like our food in the poverty level area is not the same as somebody that is in a richer area. People that are different food, like they'll have Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and everything in the great areas, and then they'll have like in New York Seatown or Key Food or stuff like that, or they'll have it out here, Aldi's or I like Aldi's, but freaking Publix for them, and then they'll have Winn-Dixie or something for the cheaper, low-lying areas. This was all created in the system. This is all part of a big system.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's no
and
different
it really,
than when you look at the fact that they have this all over the place. They just randomly label it differently, so that you don't get the connection of the situation. Whereas in every situation where for example, like yes, the quality of food. There's a barren wasteland.
This chemically treated food that they're giving us. Bro, why is a salad more expensive? No lie. Why is a salad more expensive than a fucking McDonald's meal?
I don't understand.
Why is there a salad more expensive? There are so many places that you go to eat and you try to eat vegan or organic, and it's so fucking expensive that it doesn't fit the price bracket of a person in a regular low-lying or middle-class community. It doesn't.
No, because it's like
So that's why we are more susceptible to cancers and tumors.
You just ain't done it.
Exactly. But nobody wants to talk about these things, you know? It's crazy.
It's like when you look at the fact that they tell us they've done all these things, they make all of these decisions on how we
Welcome in, Iron Miles.
They put into our food, procedural chemicals that they add to our food. Now what they don't tell you is in America alone, there are at least 3,000 different chemicals that they accept into the system here. That in any other country they don't do it.
And not only that, but we are the only country that allows subliminal messaging within the frequencies that we are carrying throughout our commercials.
Yes.
That's another thing.
Yes.
So basically, when you feel like you want to run out and put out and get some Jordans, when you want to run out and eat McDonald's, but you were just laying in bed and just because you heard a commercial or a song, for no reason.
Yep. There it is. You in McDonald's in the line.
You in the line and you didn't even know that you wanted a Big Mac.
Michael Jordan doing a jump shot.
Welcoming Denise 486746.
For a Big Mac.
Exactly, because there was subliminal messaging throughout the entire United States. The statue that allows that.
It's so vivid.
But it doesn't happen in other countries.
And this is something not being able to notice. That's what I keep trying to get. That's what I keep trying to get people to really see about. It took me not being able, not physically being able to physically see anything, to notice seeing it with your own eyes now. With your own eyes now.
Yeah, and that's why I love having conversations with you, because being that, you know, it's sad and it does hurt my heart that God took your vision, you know, but he took your vision to give you back a different vision that people cannot see. And that's something that it's like modest, because I started to think about it. Every time I spoke to you about anything that I went through, you would give me a perspective that nobody else would give me. And it would be only because you have higher sensibility to spirituality, because you have the other senses working 5 times harder.
And they're connecting with the people that they are attached, and that's the reason why it becomes more therapeutic for me. I can listen to conversations that come to me all the time, and we talk about personal situations that they're going through in their own life, normal day-to-day shit. What people have always come to realize when it comes to the fact that I would not put what in front of your conversation, because if the conversation goes into what versus what you should know, it's not gonna work. You're not gonna understand. It's gonna be for you to grasp it. I look into the fact every one of everything around nothing have something that we all can connect to. And if you know
exactly
where these pieces are, and you know how to manage a conversation with people, you have the foresight of understanding where people are in the world, what it means, where they are in the world, and how they may have even gotten these key information.
Welcome in, Fast Scott.
They actually beneficial in order to help you, along with anyone else in this situation, to better understand things. Because I've been able to literally people who have these situations, different conversational points of problems that they are dealing with, and in my own senses, without having had full experience, I could give you a sense of what I would feel my spirit speaking in this language, in this situation. Because again, I've often been the type of person where I tend to put myself in that situation in order to fully understand. It's the best and only way to embrace the situation being approached to you, so that you have a clearer understanding of what the person that you are being confronted with this question of, or this conference of, may not even see as you notice it, but you pick up on. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? And you know what I mean? And
I got my neighbors making noise. I'm in the yard.
I thought that was what I was doing.
But that's the truth, though. The truth of the matter is, look, we all like to dance to music. We all like to welcome in Zoran Milanovic, to the show. The truth is, it's okay to enjoy and indulge in things that make you happy on a daily. It's really, really healthy for you to get your endorphins going and be in a positive tip, and to really be like alert with things in your life. But really be mindful of others, compassionate, be compassionate to people, because you don't know what they're going through. A lot of people are judgmental. A lot of people they say things that they don't realize how they're really affecting other people, and I have had several conversations with artists or people from different walks of life on different media that they just, all of a sudden just bomb me with I'm feeling suicidal, this person said this to me, or this person won't stop diss tracking me or aggravating me, or this person just looks at me in this light that I'm not that person, so how could I fix this? And it's not fair. It's not fair for them to live that way and shit. So just be mindful as you go about your life and you're recreating yourself. Take a self inventory. Know who you are. Ooh, that sounds crazy. But do as you can. What you want done to others, do unto yourself. Because then they get vicious. Because I get crazy. I'll throw a diss track. I'll be ready to throw some boxing gloves on. I'll be ready to get out there and freaking, you want to shoot it out like a Western, whatever. But because it gets you to a point that it's like, why are they creating this atmosphere? Why do I have to indulge in these kind of behaviors? And then I'll catch myself, and then I'll slow myself down, and I'll reverse it by taking back my energy and not allow these people to infiltrate into my emotional state.
And that's how you have to be. You have to willing to
This live is all crazy, bro. I hear things echoing. I can't see myself. Okay, I guess I'm back. Welcome into Rapsteezy. I see you there. Truth Sunday on the PZ Show. We are talking about all type of things. I'm Relia. Nice to meet you guys.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to my guy, Rap Steve's in the field. Yeah.
But we talked about a lot of really hitting topics today.
Yes, we did. And for all of y'all that are tuning in to us and y'all didn't get a chance to hear everything, don't worry. We're going to be posting this up on this page of the PZ Show. And we're also going to be posting it on my YouTube. For y'all guys that are tuning in, the live stream right now, we're really talking about spiritual and more connection with how to become leaders of the world that we are supposed to be walking. We're not supposed to be followers following the devilish things that are going on outside. And the more we take notice of these things, the better it is for us to understand how to do this. Because we're going to be enticed by all of these things. We're going to be haunted with all of these things. And it is up to you and your soul to understand that these are not of God. And that's just it.
Yeah, and you
You have to
really
be
need to start
willing to
thinking about
understand
yourself.
what is
Take a
and what isn't.
self-inventory, guys.
Yes. You have to be
It's
willing
our
to
time to shine. It's our time to show the ability of what we have in creation. We are definitely creators. Everybody knows PZ, J Guns. He does his thing as an artistic person. You know, being blind, still being able to see the amount of lyrics that he throws out is amazing. You know, me being Relia, I just do so much work everywhere. You can Google my ass at this point, and you know you can figure it out.
That's it.
But it's really about the gifts that God gives us to be able to give to the others and to give to people. You know, you have a gift, you have something that you want to give. It's always good to just project it. Project it out to the world, make your statement, make your mark, and see where it goes.
Yep. That's it. Because I mean, as individuals out here in the world, we all possess that gift that God gave us. And it's up to us to be able to utilize that gift. And what God only intends for us to do is use the gift in which He gave us to give God praise, give Him His glory.
Mhm.
Let Him see that He gave you the gift that you have. Let him know that how much you appreciate these things, because it is in these gifts that God has given us that we learn the most valuable lessons, and we are able to teach and reach other people in a way that it would be meant for the people who are true messengers and followers of Himself.
And do his works, people. Don't be falling back. When you have a chance to cheer somebody up, or you got a chance to remind somebody of a scripture that you remembered, or something your grandma told you years ago, or something that somebody, because God uses people as tools. All of our lives, we have all been used as tools, and we don't realize it.
Yep.
So really, like, if you can change somebody's life by a couple of words or encouraging somebody today, just try to do that.
Yeah.
Follow
Because I
out
mean, you
what
never
you
know
feel that
what
he has
that
your
person
daily
is
plan
going
for.
through, or what it's going to do the changes that can take a place in a person's life. Think about this. I spoke to a person who I had only met the one time, and within the few months that we had started our conversation, and our conversational talk, this person has developed a new sense of me because of just the conversations that we've had. I have seen people speaking to people about, their own situations, giving my own personal opinions, and enlightening them with a way of thinking about these things that they probably never even thought of. Because this has been something in my mind, or this has been something that has hit my heart to tell these people whenever being confronted with these conversations, because this is something that I feel like I was given as a gift, because God has given me the ability to speak to people, reach people, and make them connected with them in order to teach or tell them certain things that they may not have been able to pay attention to in their own time. And I'm very grateful to even be given these kinds of, courtesies and
Capabilities. These are amazing capabilities, bro.
these are abilities that if and wisely and insightfully suggest a positive outlook on things, you could change a person's life for the better. And I mean, just in that sense alone, I've always been like gung ho about really just trying to find that
You got
positive.
some back sound that's pretty rough, bro. I don't
Yeah,
know
it
what's
is.
going on.
Very, very strange.
Is it something like, is it, we gotta unplug and plug back in your headphones?
I'm thinking that could be
I
it
just took
too.
mine off thinking it was me. It's not me.
No, it could be just the simple noise
you can pick her up at the airport.
And what's crazy is
Okay.
there's nothing else on it.
I heard Julia coming now with that.
What is it though that's doing that? It's some device that you have, bro, or something.
Terrible right there.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
He probably got something too close to his live.
Something's too close to the live. Do you have the tablet too close to it?
And that's the crazy part.
Sometimes when you have the
None of my
tablet too close.
my other tablet is dead. The phone is not on. There's no call. There's no calling on.
That's so weird.
So bizarre.
That's the fucking demons. Fuck you, demons.
It is. It really is.
Because once we start talking about God, you see what's going on?
It's like a punk.
You know, that's what do you call that, EMP? When they say that, there it goes, it stopped. You there? Once you start talking about God, you see what happens? Once you start trying to share the message, you see what happens? They're everywhere, bro. Something's going on with your audio, bro. Your audio is not, I can't hear it. And I have like a problem with my phone right now.
Let me see.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Use your live audio.
I couldn't
Button.
hear you
I had
before.
to unmute. I had to put it on. I had to kind of like freeze I had to mute it for a second though, because that mute, for some reason, before I had hit it again to turn it off, it kind of was the reason why that feedback was kicking in. I don't know why it was doing that, but I don't know. It might have been just a frequency disruption when that Facebook Messenger call came in earlier. It started actually really acting up after that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the distractions that I've seen commence, like just in having these kinds of conversations on stream, on live, in front of other people for them to hear and be able to retain, they have often been met with these kinds of technical quote unquote errors or distractions of sorts. You know what I'm saying? We're attending to the more common situations, even in just trying to express conversations like these, tend to go unheard or unnoticed with so much technical difficulties that it's unrealistic in its way. It's almost like how do you get a conversation where a bunch of people are talking about that don't make sense, it ain't freaking relevant, or it has something to do with something that doesn't even matter to importance of life. And it gets a million people watching it, 1,000 viewers and likes and all this stuff. And then you turn around in a conversation like this, we have two people in the street, one person who keeps bouncing in and out, or the distraction of not even being willing to sit and retain these kind of conversational points because it's just not what you want to hear. You don't want to hear about what it's going to take to get to that afterlife with God rather than who's got the best pair of shoes on this live stream right now, or whose girlfriend is messing with this dude over here on the live stream and they talking about it in a freaking 150 people in attendance. You know what I mean? It's the craziest thing for me, you know what I mean, to sit back and in attendance. You know what I mean? It's the craziest thing.
Yeah, you see the feedback?
Yeah, it came back.
Because we're not supposed to be talking about the word, but we're righteous and have to speak it, and this is what happens.
That's it. I'm telling you, it's the truth coming out, and they don't want us to say it.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
That is insane how that happened.
And see, that feedback delay is going to keep kicking in. That's the crazy part. It's not like it's going to get any better from this point. It seems like we may just have to shut this one down and try something else. Because it's not making sense as to why this is becoming a
So I guess we have to shut it down, bro. Because let's shut it down.
Yeah.
But you know what? We appreciate everybody that came on. I just saw it was over 17 people that actually listened to us today. And we hope that the message that we were trying to get out can actually get out to you guys. You know, it's just the whole thing of, you know, when you mean something and you say some meaningful stuff online, you just get this kind of friction all the time. You know, shout out to everybody that came out today that actually watched our show and everybody that's going to watch it afterwards. Let's run this up. Let's share this live, even though we got problems in there.
Yeah, y'all, we're not going to be able to get my side of the conversation out on this, so we better off just shutting down. I appreciate all of you guys for being part of our little conversation. I hope that we're going to try to get this posted up. And we appreciate y'all. Come back and talk to us some more. We talk about these topics every week, Monday through Saturdays at 7 p.m. So join us in the conversation. You'll never know where we'll go with it. And it's all about bringing in more perspectives and having a very vast, in-depth conversation with you and anyone who's willing to listen and take in the message. So, again, I appreciate you. Relly, I appreciate you for tuning in with me, being a part of this little segment of time and conversational points. We're going to definitely let you guys take this all in, absorb it, and realize, man, like the world we living in is under a big ass veneer, and in order for you to see the truth, you have to be willing to raise the curtains. So be a real person about yourself.
Are you sure you want to end your live video?
Don't let yourself be fooled by the things outside that you think are helping you, because it's not always there for you like that. The one thing that's really true in life is that God is there for you throughout everything, and he will be there for you when everyone else lets you down. So keep that in mind. Stay focused, stay awake, and never fall asleep.